All right, tonight is opening night. Tell us about the ticket.
Well, opening night, Costa Mesa Speedway celebrating 46 consecutive years of racing. Also marks our 1,002 th event in a row. So 1,002 events in this venue, hundreds of other events that we've done around. And Costa Mesa Speedway, through all of it, has been, the birthplace and cradle of modern American Speedway. It's the go-to spot. We're trying to assure that we continue that legacy and tradition in 2014 by just trying to step it up a little bit. So it's super exciting for us. And last week we had a spring classic, which was very good. We're back here now with our opening night, and we're going to just roll into this big schedule of events that you know all about.
Last week's races was producing some good rides. Even Bobby was getting out there and winning some for 41st season for him. Mike is winning still, but you got that Max Rummel and even Buck Blair out there really racing hard.
I think guys are seeing that the sport's trying to go somewhere. I think you see that some guys are coming up and stepping up. I think we'll continue to see that throughout the season, and it's very encouraging for me because, listen, as you know, I'm a big fan of the guys that have been around. They've paid their dues. They're good riders. They make good racing, and they race fair and square. They keep it clean, and I love that. But having these young guns come in and challenge these guys, knocking them off, upsetting the dynasty,
it really makes for good racing, huh?
It's the best thing there is.
Family fun entertainment.
I do not envy these guys trying to protect these positions that they've been holding now for 25 odd years. In fact, that is why I myself will not be seen on a speedway bike anytime in the near future, because it's hairy out there. These guys are racing bar to bar. The kids are fearless and talented. And let's not forget that they're not new riders. Mad Max Rummel probably has 10 odd years of full-on motorcycling experience.
Didn't he go to the Rat School of Slide?
He has been to Amateur Afternoon, School of Skid, and out at Paris Raceway, at IMS Pirate Speedway, out at the City of Industry, here at Costa Mesa Speedway since he was an itty-bitty dude, and he's got this stuff down. Don't think that a 17-year-old doesn't know anything. Listen, you're never going to be sharper and take more chances when you're 17, and Mad Max is a smart kid.
But speaking of Max, when he started that little, I mean, you guys have peewees out here. That is really something to watch those little kids racing around the track. And the whole crowd just goes wild for those little kids.
Well, it takes a
that's
long.
where Max started.
It is, and others, and it takes a long time for a 6-year-old to come through the program and star in a scratch main event against Bobby Schwartz and Mike Faria, and that's why it hasn't happened very often.
Well, even we've had other world champions returning back here. Last week's winner, Billy the Bullet Hamill, and his son taking 1 and 2,
It's cool. A father-son double is super cool. And this place has kind of a history of repeat winners, family winners, and stuff like that, starting with the Bass brothers and the Woods brothers. And it goes on and on.
Guys.
I raced with those guys, and then, of course, in the whole 46 years of the Speedway National, there's only been like 20-odd winners. Because
and there's consistency in some of those winners.
It's a dynasty of guys. If you're on that list, there's very few guys have only won 1 U.S. National. Tons of guys have won 2. A small handful of guys have won 3. And then Mike Bass with 7 national championships, I think, would be hard to ever beat unless you count other events. But I'm talking about real national championships, the one that's been at Costa Mesa, the one that the Woods is in, the Bass one, the one that Bruce Penhall won, the one that started it all and continues on till today. So we're proud to be part of that legacy. We're stepping it up for this year. The events are good. Check out the full schedule at CostaMesaSpeedway.net. It's a cool website.